very special Slasher Sunday because it is Father's Day. I'm on the road again, so I am filming in a kitchen because it has the best lighting. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there who check out my channel. Being a dad, as you know, if you check out my channel enough, is the most important thing in my entire life. This is the shirt right here that I wore the day my kids were born, and I like to wear it on Father's Day. I got a lot of shit for this when I wore it. I was told it was like dorky and lame and all this. I don't care, man. I was so excited to be a dad. I bought like the cheesiest fucking shirt I could find for that day, and I don't regret it. So here I am. I'm gonna be wearing this every freaking year. So I wanted to talk about Father's Day. Who has seen this movie? Made by the guys over at Astron 6. They've all split off and done their own projects now. Some of them went off and did The Void, which I think a lot of you have seen The Void and love it like I do. And some of the other guys went off and made a movie called The Editor, which is a throwback to the old Giallo films, and so, which is excellent as well, and I definitely will eventually get to in the reviewing. So if you haven't seen any of Astron 6's work, then I mean, just to kind of give you a quick little this is super ultra low budget stuff. It is extremely tongue-in-cheek, almost full-on slapstick in a way. It's, you know, as I said, extremely low budget, extremely in poor taste. It's very gross, very gory, very sexually sadistic. Lots of penises being bitten off and shit. So disclaimer for people who aren't into juvenile films like this, I wouldn't recommend this movie. It's really only for people with morbid senses of humor and gore fans and you know, fans of really dark humor. So and that's me praising the movie. Don't make that sound like it's me sitting here bashing the film with those things. No, that's me. That's what I'm into. I'm the target audience here for sure, but I know a lot of people who aren't. This fucking film is pretty twisted at times. So yeah, as I said. So if that sounds like your thing and you haven't seen this yet, I'd shut this off, go check it out, come on back. But other than that, we're gonna get into the film itself. So spoilers from here on. I was lucky enough for Rebecca Reinhardt to pick me up this 4-disc limited edition, only 5,000 made. I had the 2-disc, but she got me the special edition 4-disc, so thank you, Rebecca. You can see that in my unboxing video of all the stuff she sent me. So, well, I have a bunch of unboxing videos, so it's hard to pinpoint that one, but you know, whatever. This is one of those, and what an incredible gift. I was surprised she even knew to get it, and you know, that I wouldn't have this one. I don't know. But anyway, so I love this late night opening television, you know, Father's Day at 1 o'clock and blank at 3 o'clock and this and that. Just the throwback feel here, because it's very, very throwback. The whole film looks grainy and torn up, and there's commercials in between, and I'm a big fan of that style. I know some people feel like it's overplayed, and it's all right, we get it. You liked the 80s, you liked homages, can we just do original stuff now? And it's they're still doing original stuff. They're just doing it in a style that's, you know, reminiscent for them. They you know, it's fun for them, and I dig it, so I don't ever mind it. And then it starts with a body being chopped up and a fucking head, a severed head, and the guy's fucking the esophagus on the severed head. and then he's like eating out the guy's insides as he's like going up through his body. The special effects in this movie, I mean, I think the budget on this movie was like 5 or 10 grand, something like super crazy low. I mean, these guys did all the special effects and everything themselves, and they know how to do this stuff, so they definitely have the ability to make a little look like a lot more than it is. You couldn't just take 10 grand and make this movie unless you had, you know, people on set that actually knew what the hell they were doing and were, you know, willing to do it for free, basically. But I mean, what they're able to achieve in this movie for the budget is incredible, and there's so much there's so much humor that works so well for me. I would say the only real downside to this movie for me is that it has a lot of dramatic moments that seem almost kind of out of place. Yes, they play some humorous bits off of it, like the whole, like, you calling me a tree? Like, that's a really mean thing to say. Like, never call a man a tree. Like, yeah, there are some funny moments in the seriousness, but there's a good amount of, like, drama scenes in this, and they play out just a little too long at times, where it's like we're playing a tongue-in-cheek parody type film here, and you're just throwing in a little too much. So it's not a terrible thing. I'm not sitting there like, oh Jesus, let's get to the next scene. It's not like that. It's just kind of like, I felt like that could have been tightened or written a little quicker at times, but that's really my only complaint. And the music in this is excellent. Excellent, excellent. Love, love, love the music. The title card, when he's Happy Father's Day, blows the guy's fucking face off, and and it's just like Father's Day, you know, that old 70s or 80s font, like, and you know, freeze frame. I adore shit like that. So there's so many good lines in this. I like when his Twink's friend is trying to sell him to this guy as a prostitute, and he's like, he'll suck your dick till your nose bleeds. God, I love that line. There's so many good lines in this one, but that's really the first line in this that really killed me when I first watched it. There's a priest in this who has like blind lenses on to make his eyes look white. I think it's a style choice maybe, but it might be just because they didn't have the budget very much, so they just took what they could and used it, but it's the worst one I've ever seen. Like, as I said, that might be on purpose because this film is not trying to be serious at all. So I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest if they were like, oh yeah, that was totally intentional. It's supposed to look awful. It's supposed to like reflect the light, because there's a lot of great coloring in this too, like lighting and color grading and use of colors and whatnot in this. So as I said, it might totally be on purpose. And I actually like the look of it, but regardless, it's the worst contact lenses I've ever seen to make someone look blind. I mean, it's so apparent, but it added to the humor, so it's fine. The Fuckmanticus, the Fuckman. Oh God, what a hilarious villain. This guy just goes around and fucks people's fathers and cuts off their dicks and eats them and shit. This movie's so goddamn silly. I like when they go to the titty club and there's just full on gratuitous nudity in this film. I mean, we must see 50 chicks naked in this film, and almost all of, if not all of them, are damn attractive, if not fucking outright gorgeous, and have wonderful bodies and everything. So I don't know how the hell they got that many good-looking chicks to take off their clothes for this movie when they had no budget, but I need to hang out with these guys, seriously. But they go there, and then he goes into the back because he's looking for his sister. And he comes up behind this girl, and he thinks it's his sister, and she turns around, and she's like, what do you want? And he says something, and she pulls out a chainsaw. Just kind of, I don't know. It works so well within the film. It's so dramatic. It's so over the top, and I love that shit. I just love when movies like this just go for it. And it's like, well, let's just have her, you know, because she could have pulled up a little knife or she could have pulled up anything, but a fucking chainsaw. Like, she keeps a chainsaw in her stripper station. Like, I love that stuff. And as I said, the gore effects in this are absolutely incredible. There's so many throughout the film. Heads getting blown off, all the like body gags, like dicks getting cut off and dicks getting sliced into, and that eye gouge on the little kid, like Ahab when he's a kid, and they show like the eye getting cut through. Oh shit, man, that reminds me of some like old Italian cinema, like a zombie, like Lucio Fulci's Zombie, when the door, the jagged piece of wood that the girl's eye goes through, the famous eye gouging scene from Zombie. Stuff like that, like old school Italian cinema gore. So damn good. And when they have to sneak out of the because the detective's there and they're trying to sneak out, and they come out wearing women disguises, and Ahab wears a patch and he has a fucking eye like painted over his patch. And they're just dressed up with the worst fucking makeup I've ever seen. Oh, so good. So damn fucking funny. And they go and they dig up a casket full of guns and stuff. It reminded me a lot of like Terminator, especially like Terminator 3, when they go to Sarah Connor's grave and pull out the casket full of guns. I know a lot of people hate that movie. I totally enjoyed the hell out of it. So there's another one you can rip me apart for. I like Terminator 3. And I like Terminator Genesis too. Oh my God. I might as well just fucking delete my account. I'm gonna get destroyed. The scene where the priest is in the church and he's just like giving his "Where is God" speech. Oh my God, that scene where he says like, "Where's God?" And he looks under the podium and he's like, "Where God? Are you under here? Or where are you?" He's like, "He's not out here, is he?" He's like, "Not around." Oh my God, that fucking killed me when he looked under the podium. So funny. I fucking laughed out loud again this time. It's so fucking funny. And I don't even know why I sniffled there. I don't even have anything in there. As I said, all right, I'm not going to continue to keep pointing that out. The Star Raiders commercial is really fun. If you haven't seen something like Manborg, they've done a lot of little shorts and whatnot. You should definitely check out Manborg. Check out anything Astron 6 has done. They're so much fun. I like when when Ahab sees Fuckman up on this like walkway. I don't know where the hell that thing is. It's like a washway down there, and he's up on top of this, whatever the hell that is, and he just like turns and shoots at him immediately, like really quick, and he just shoots Twink right in the hand, and Twink's like screams out, and he runs off like not even noticing, and then he goes up there and he shoots Fuckman in the back, and then like shoots his guts out, and then goes over and smashes his face like into oblivion. And then he takes the body and he throws it off the top of this like 50-foot drop onto the ground. And he's like, "What was that? That was awesome, huh?" And Twink's like, "Dude, that was fucking insane." He's like, "I know, right?" And he's like, "I'm gonna go finish him off." And he it's so fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. As if he's not dead enough. He's gonna go finish him off. God damn it, dude. This movie's so awesome. Actually, there's a lot of like low budget movies that came out at this time that I was having a blast with. Like The Taint. Anyone ever see The Taint? It's another great one. Tainted Water. It's another like $10,000 movie or something, 5,000, but it's so grotesque and hilarious. All right, moving on. And yeah, he blows his dick off, that's right. And then Ahab's sister comes in, who is just gorgeous, Jesus Christ, and seduces him because she's like possessed. And he's just like, "Well, I mean, you're my sister, I can't." And she's on top of him. He's like, "Well, I mean, I am attracted to you, but," and then he just full on fucks her, and then he fucks his sister. In case you're watching this and you haven't seen this movie, you already know how fucked up this movie is. His sister leaves, and then the two friends come over, the priest and Twink, and they're sitting on the bed, and he's like, well, I mean, as long as you didn't fuck her, we have nothing to worry about. And then there's that long pause of silence. It's awkward. And he's like, well, I mean, we kind of fooled around. He's like, come on, man, it's your sister. And he's like, have you seen her? Don't tell me you wouldn't. I love that line. It's so messed up and hilarious. I like when Twink and the priest come in, they're shooting the bullets, and there's just like Twink shooting so many. He's like 2 handguns, and they're going off like automatic fucking weapons, and just like 1,000 bullets come out of them, and the guy's just like, ah. It's so funny. And then he shoots the guy in the face and like through the eye, and then the whole top of his head comes off. Such great FX, man. Such great FX. Yes, that was CGI enhancements, but so good looking, so violent. I love it. And then they know they have to go down into hell because that's where Fuckman was trying to get to. And his sister's down there, so they play Russian roulette, and they have to kill themselves to get down there. And when he gets down there, he sees this huge demon, and the demon like makes him vomit out his insides, and he's like, whoa. So damn reminiscent of Team America World Police, with all the vomit in the alleyway. And the demon, oh my god, that huge fucking awesome looking demon, looked like something out of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. That thing's fantastic. And then his sister's in the Princess Leia slave costume from Jabba the Hutt's palace. And the priest and Twink are going like rock, paper, scissors for it, and then they both kill themselves finally. And the priest goes up to heaven, and heaven is just some dude at a piano and tons of naked chicks. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a bad heaven. That's not a bad heaven. And Lloyd Kaufman plays the devil and an angel here, which is ironic because I know that these guys have went on the record. If I'm wrong on this, please correct me. But these guys have went on the record talking about what a horrible decision it was to work with Troma and how they got fucked and everything. So it's kind of funny that he plays the angel, like the angel who got their movie out there, and then the devil who like fucked them and took their money from them. Like, so if that is true, if they did totally get fucked by Troma, I find it very ironic that he plays the angel and the devil, or the God and the devil. Why does he keep saying angel? Sorry, but you know what I mean. But yeah, that is super ironic. And then after they defeat everything and everything's done, his sister goes back and they like make out and everything. He's like, come on, man, it's your sister. And he just does not care. And I love how he shoots himself, like, because he thinks like, all right, well, if I kill myself again, and he shoots himself and blood just pours out of his mouth and he can feel all the pain. He can't die. He's just sitting there like, oh, crying as he's bleeding out of his mouth. That's so fucked up and hilarious. And then the priest is like, all right, and Twink's like stuck up on the wall with his like all this crap around him. It's so gross. And then the priest is like, he's like, maybe if we just hope really, really hard. And so they like start really hoping, and then it cuts to the like hard cuts to their bodies, and their heads are all just blown off. And Twink's wearing a freaking red bandana, like an homage to the Deer Hunter, which is one of the most intense scenes in film history. That fucking Russian roulette scene, oh my God. You want to talk about tension? You want to talk about one of the most well-filmed tension moments in a film ever? Watch Deer Hunter and watch that Russian roulette scene. Holy fuck, is that shit intense. Anyway, but just their bodies dead there, and then it's just credits. So grim, but so, like, that is black humor done perfectly. Like, that is the perfect ending. That is the best way to have this hilarious, grim, dark ass ending. Like, I love that. Like, the typical Hollywood ending would be like, well, we'll just hope, or we'll just do this, or like they can always find a way out. And it's like, if you think it, you know, like, you're doing it, Peter, you're doing it. And then, you know, everything just comes to fruition, or, you know, happens. And this one is just like, if we just hope, if we just, and then it just cuts to their dead bodies, credits. It's so good. Yes, thank you for ending it like this. This is my kind of ending. Anyway, guys, hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying not to talk too damn loud because my kids are asleep upstairs. But if you haven't seen this, obviously check it out. I don't know why you'd still be watching at this point if you haven't seen it, but thank you again, Rebecca. This was such a great gift. I love this movie. Going back and rewatching it, I haven't seen it in a while. It was just a blast. So anyway, happy Father's Day, everybody, for real. Like, I know fathers get a lot of shit. Like, they don't get it as much credit because there's a ton of shitty dads out there. But if you're a good dad, happy Father's Day. If you suck as a dad, then fuck you. All right, guys.